If Trump loses pretty handily tonight, which I think is the direction things are moving.
Ben Shapiro predicts a huge Trump loss on election night and is just generally not pro-Trump in 2016. We'll take a look at some clips pre-election, on election night, and then post-election. We start off with a soundbite from August 2016.
That's where I believe Trump is going to win.
Okay, we going to put some money on it?
Now we move to September 2016. Here's Shapiro with the legend, Larry King.
Exactly.
What's your take on the current lay of the presidential campaign?
I mean, obviously, Donald Trump has a really uphill battle. The electoral map never favored Republicans. I mean, Mitt Romney could have won Florida, Virginia, and Ohio and still lost the election. So Trump basically has to win Pennsylvania, or he has to win Wisconsin and New Hampshire and Iowa and Nevada, and I don't see a path there for him, realistically speaking, unless some major news breaks and things radically change.
I mean, he won Pennsylvania, Iowa, and Wisconsin. In 2016, he did not win Nevada or New Hampshire, but still pretty funny. Now we move to election night itself. We'll get some bits here from the Shapiro appearance with Crowder. It's actually quite interesting because Shapiro and Crowder had a feud maybe 2 or 3 years ago.
Who do you think wins? Who do you think wins tonight with these results coming in?
I mean, I'd be a fool to say that I think Trump's going to win with these results coming in. I mean, these are brutal results.
What results? Brutal results right now.
Man, that is so funny.
Donald J. Trump is now president of the United States.
The early results from some of the counties in Florida, the early results from some of the exit polls from Georgia. These are way too close in red states and way too far out.
You're talking about before today, though.
And CNN projects Donald Trump will carry the state of Florida.
It is the state of Georgia, 16 electoral votes. They are going to go to Donald Trump as well.
The stuff that I'm seeing online, I mean, Sean Trent, who's sort of the elections expert over at Real Clear Politics, says it's going to be a real early night. He says it'll be Hillary nationally by 5 or 6 points.
Is he rigged, though?
Everything's rigged.
An early night, Clinton by 5 or 6. Remember, this is election night itself. It's incredible how much confidence there was in a Clinton win by many.
So we've just seen live pictures of President Obama campaigning for Hillary Clinton in Ohio. Now, Moody's says the president's high approval ratings are one of the factors that will put Hillary Clinton into the White House.
Nate Silver says that there's a 54% chance that Republicans maintain the Senate tonight, which to me is more important than Trump winning, because I don't think Trump is going to win.
I think they will maintain the Senate, don't you?
Oh, my gosh. This stuff never gets old to me.
I do. I think that Richard Burr is going to win North Carolina. I think that Kelly Ayotte may win in New Hampshire. I think we'll lose Illinois. I think we'll lose Pennsylvania. I think we'll lose Wisconsin. It's about as close as you can get.
Okay, so Illinois, the Republicans lost, but he was wrong on the other two. Republicans won the Senate race in 2016 in Pennsylvania and Wisconsin.
Donald Trump provided the kind of coattails that got a lot of people over the finish line so that we could maintain our strong House and Senate majorities.
I would not be surprised, by the way, if in the end Donald Trump's electoral vote count is higher than Mitt Romney's, but his popular vote count is much worse than Mitt Romney's percentage-wise. The way that I called this yesterday was I said that when I did my map estimate was Clinton 321 and Trump 216. Or 217 in the Electoral College, and my
Shapiro's camera goes a little bit wonky here, but we're going to actually get after this a little bit more discussion on that map estimate from Shapiro.
In the Electoral College, and my call on the popular vote was Clinton 49 and Trump 44. It may be 50-44.
Did you consult Dick Morris?
Bit of a detour here to get some more commentary on Ben Shapiro's election prediction. Here he is on his own program. I'll show the entertaining parts of his prediction.
I think that he's going to lose both North Carolina and Florida. It's a pessimistic vision for Trump. But again, he hasn't spent any time building a ground game, so I think that's likely.
And we are about to make a major call. Fox News Decision Desk is now projecting that Donald Trump has won the state of North Carolina. And that is huge for Donald Trump.
And CNN projects Donald Trump will carry the state of Florida.
There were states like Iowa, Ohio, Nevada, which Ben Shapiro predicted correctly, but we'll move on to some of the other ones.
Wisconsin polling looks bad for Trump. Michigan polling looks bad for Trump. He's spending an awful lot of time there. You saw Podesta a minute ago saying that he thinks that Hillary's going to pull it out. I think that she's going to win by a relatively large margin there. Pennsylvania, Clinton is expected to win there. 538 gives Trump a 23% likelihood of a pickup. So I know I'm not going to give you the rah-rah speech today. I'm not going to lie to you about what's happening.
All three of those, Wisconsin, Michigan, Pennsylvania, Trump.
And we won Wisconsin. And we won Michigan. And we won Pennsylvania.
right? And that person is doing the map. And that person was saying for months that there's no way that Donald Trump can break the blue wall, right? We didn't break it, we shattered that sucker.
Here, I'm not going to lie to you that Trump is on the verge of victory. I don't think he is.
Donald Trump wins Wisconsin, surpassing the 270 electoral votes.
My final tally is I think that Trump ends up with 217 electoral votes. I think Hillary ends up with 322 electoral votes, which means he wins slightly more electoral votes than Romney did and more obviously than McCain did, but still gets blown out in pretty handy fashion.
We will now get back to that stream with Crowder and Shapiro.
The question, I think, is going to be how badly this thing breaks up. What do you think? How badly do you think the breakup after this thing is going to be? Because I actually don't think it's going to be as bad as some folks
You said to me, and it was hopeful, you said wounds heal more readily than most people realize. You still believe that?
Yeah, I do. I think that that's particularly true in the wake of a bad loss. If Trump loses pretty handily tonight, which I think is the direction things are moving.
I mean, this is one of the more fun videos I've ever done. Shapiro in 2016 really thought Trump would lose. And just one more soundbite before we move further into the evening where things look good for Trump.
So I don't think that there's a lot of people who are aching for more Trump leadership after he loses badly to the worst major party candidate of my lifetime.
Okay, before we get to post-election, we'll get one more quick take here. In the middle of the election sometime, you can see on screen here, it says later that night.
Saw coming out of Wayne County, which is Detroit, that Clinton's only up by 4. And she would need a lot more than that to win.
No, it's a disaster area for her. Pennsylvania, by the way, is also starting to look much more competitive. She had like a 131,000 vote lead. That is narrowing dramatically. By the way, the exit polls obviously were wrong on everything. So again, I'll credit never believe the exit polls.
So as you can see there, the results starting to come in on 2016 election night, pretty favorable for Trump. We will now get to post-election. All right, now we are post-election. Let's take a look at some bets apparently that Shapiro made on the election that he lost.
So I have to clean up a little bit of unfinished business, unfortunately. So I've paid off a lot of bets over the last election because I was foolish enough to give odds. Never give odds. It's always a mistake. So I gave a bunch of odds, and I'd actually forgotten.
Then we'll go to the end of the video because I guess one of the bets was with Michael Knowles, who it looks like bet on Trump.
$400 for Michael Knowles. I gave him 4-to-1 odds for $100, and I'm gonna write here.
2 clips to close out on. Although Ben Shapiro did not vote Trump in 2016, he did vote Trump in 2020 and in 2024.
I did not vote for Donald Trump in 2016. I am voting for Donald Trump in 2020.
And final short little clip. Here's Shapiro saying he's going to vote Trump in 24.
The 24. So obviously Trump against Biden, I'll vote for Trump.
Okay, with that said, thank you for watching. Please hit the like button, subscribe. I also know there's some right-wing tension happening right now involving Shapiro and many other figures. I mean, I do have a point of view on what is happening there, but that's not really what this channel is about. So with that said, Happy New Year. Again, thanks for watching. Have a great day.